Are they below us or are they the same thing? Oh,
that was easy.
That's actually the next. That's 8.2.
I will never like make these geometry, and I just accepted I won't be good at it. I don't want to do.
You are good at it. You got an A on the test. That's good. All right, so here is the notes. I think I've let you guys let you down. I've let you fuss enough, so my fuss meter is over.
Oh, I know it. Yep, I know how to do this.
All right.
Oh, for you guys. I don't know how to do it.
Guys.
I'm not bragging.
All right. Okay. So the question is, are they right triangles? The first question in this section, it shows you the Pythagorean theorem. Okay. I skipped that because I think we know it. So basically this is asking, does it work with the Pythagorean theorem? Okay. There's also something else I'm going to add to this. What are you doing? What are we doing? Okay, let's not mess around. Pay attention. Okay. So not only do we need to be able to tell whether it's right, but we also need to be able to, and let's add this in here. What other type of triangles are there? It's not right. It could be what? No. No.
Non-right triangle.
Right is talking about the angle. So tell me about triangles with angles.
Acute.
Acute?
Obese.
Obese, I like it.
Obesity.
So is it obtuse?
Acute.
Is it acute? Is it obese? Is it right? Okay. So we have to be able to tell all of these things. This is how you do it. You go 30 squared equals, and I'm going to put a question mark there, 21 squared, 28 squared, adding those. So if I type this in my calculator, 21 squared plus 28 squared is 1,225. 30 squared is 900. I'm not going to put an equal sign there. I'm going to put what symbol?
The equal sign with the flat.
I'm not. I'm going to put that symbol.
Yeah, I knew it. Why? She said. The equal triangle flash should be right.
I would, well. That means it's a what? It's not obtuse. Acute. If the largest side is smaller, it's all about this side right here. If this is smaller, then that means it's an acute.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Because then that would be like
yes. Okay, so this is super close to 90 degrees. I love your explanation. This got pressed down and made that 90 degrees smaller. These are clearly acute. The question is this 90, 91, or 89? Okay, and this is going to be somewhere around 89. So the next one.
We have to grab the hypotenuse and then grab the other two sides.
So it's a question about the hypotenuse, and it's not really a hypotenuse unless it is a right triangle. Okay, instead of calling it the hypotenuse, I should call it the what? The longest leg. Does this equal 36 squared plus 48 squared? And she told me it does. This side equaled 3,600. She did the math. She said this equals 3,600. Therefore, this is a what?
right.
This is a right triangle. And we could probably almost guess what the last one's going to be.
Obesity.
Obese. Let's just call it obese for the rest of this.
Did you call it obese or obese?
Hope said obese.
Obese, like
So
overweight, or obese, like beast, like
Obesity.
like a monster.
Obesity.
Obesity.
Obesity. Obesity.
So because this is bigger, okay, that means this side here has been stretched further than a 90 degree, making this larger than 90 degrees. I love that explanation. That was a really good way of thinking about it. So this is obtuse.
Oh, I thought this was something else. Maybe I didn't.
All right, chatter, stop, chatter, please.
What's your problem?
What's my problem?
No.
So if you were to go to your tattoo artist, okay, this would be a good thing to get tattooed on you. This is something you have to just know. Okay, 45, 45, 90 degree triangle. So they're going to throw this at you, and you're going to be expected just to figure it out. So if I give you one of these sides, you can find the other one. Okay. I don't like necessarily X. I like thinking of it as like a box. So if I put a number in that box, if this number is 5, then I can tell you that this side here is 5, and this side here is
10.
No, it's
2, 5.
Radical
2
10.
radical 5. 2 radical 5.
radical 2, 5. And actually we would write it as 5 radical 2. Okay?
Oh wait, it would be 5.
So we're gonna do one of these problems, but you got to know for the 45, 45, 90, these are the same. This is the same, but it gets a radical 2 with it. That's how I remember it. So if we look at this first question here, they tell you that this is, and that the trick is that they turned it. Okay, that this is 7. So what is this going to be over here?
7.
It's the same.
7 radical 2.
And this is 7 radical 2. Easy peasy if you know the formula. If you don't know the formula,
12 radical 2. That
Okay.
means the 12 and the 12.
so the second one, 12 is like the magic number. So these two sides are 12.
This concept is literally math, not weird.
That's what?
Yeah,
Wait a
like,
second, how do you
it's
solve
literally
it?
like physically math and not.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this. Like
It feels less like geometry and more
I
like
numbers,
algebra.
formulas, and all that.
So second tattoo, and of course when I'm joking about getting tattoos, but it's my point of saying that these are important. You have to know this. Across from the 30-degree angle is the special number, okay? Across from the 90 is 2 times the special number. Across from the 60 is, it gets a square root of 3. So these problems, I think, are very simple as long as you have this memorized. If you don't remember these, then they're really hard. We're actually tomorrow going to learn ways around memorizing it, because you could still use your trig, you know, like sine of 30 degrees. Why are we talking while I'm talking? It's just crazy annoying. Okay. So we should know, we have to have this memorized though, or it's expected that we have it. So we're looking here at this one. Across from the 30 degrees is 6. So what would this length here be? 12?
12 radical 3.
No,
Six
wouldn't it
radical
be
3.
6? Yeah, it's 6 radical.
And that's 6 radical 3.
So the long side is basically like the radical 3 and then whatever number it is.
Oh, you have to put
I mean the middle side.
So the hypotenuse is twice of the small, and the long leg gets a radical 3. We're looking at this one.
the short side from U to B is 9,
Uh-huh.
and the side from C to B is 18.
Good. So they were very nice in how they set these ones up. Here comes the only curveball you would see.
14 and then 14.
Oh, this one's not a, okay.
That one?
14 radical 3 for.
No, that's a 630. That-
So 28 is the what side?
The middle side.
Okay, this is the x square root of 3 side.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
And this is the x side, and this is the 2x side. So how do I find out?
How do you know that?
So would you take the number, like on the outside, which would be 28, and you divide it by 3, and then that gives you your answer, 7.
Okay, so he says take our calculator and take 28 and divide it by radical 3. Now, it gives me this crazy ugly decimal, and this is a trick that I showed quite a few of us. What should we do to this number?
Radicalize it. Like,
Close.
simplify it.
Put it
Square
back
it.
into the thing.
We
in the
should
box.
square it.
There we go, yeah. Now it's 260.
And I can hit, right, in repeating, and if I wanted to, I could hit math fraction, and I could get it as a fraction. Okay. I can't remember if they wanted this as a decimal. I think that we're going to accept decimals here, and if we didn't, chances are this would be a much nicer number. Okay. If this was like 47, then you know that it's radical 47. So let me just start over. Andrew said take 28 and we're going to divide it by radical 3. And if we're allowing decimals, then our special number is 16. Let's go 3 decimal places. So this would be 16.166. And then how can I find the hypotenuse? Multiply by 2. On the test,
32.
I could be picky. If I did 16.166 times 2, I could say that's not right. What should I times by 2?
That.
This ugly thing, I should times by 2. I should go times by 2. Okay, and you might get the same answer, but just be careful. Okay, so that could be the difference between 100% and a 99%. So looking at this last one here, let's label the different sides. This is my x side, this is my x side, this is my, this is my,
2 box.
Oh, it's 2, that's radical 2x.
this is my radical 2, and I like to put x in front. Because this is a 45, 45, 90 degree.
Oh, well, then that makes it different.
So you shouldn't be looking at this picture. You should be looking at the one on the other side. So get this tattoo on your left arm. Get the other one tattooed on your right arm. Make sure you're looking at the right one. Don't get a tattoo. I'm joking.
No,
I'm gonna get a
You will?
tattoo.
I'll
I'm not
also
getting
all
it.
the geometry, like here, you know, on the other
Oh,
side.
I want to get it on both my fingers.
That might be cool.
My chest. and then
What
my
you
arms.
want to make sure you don't do is get it tattooed on your forehead.
No dick.
Because you wouldn't be able to see it.
That's the answer,
Mirror
Right.
Or you can just have like a mirror.
and get it back.
I could.
I would, that's quite
How do I solve this one? What am I typing in my calculator?
Mr. McConnell.
Maybe if I get it tattooed on her forehead, everyone else can see.
So look at the A picture of that box.
I heard.
A, and then the second box of that page, also A. It's the same triangle, but why did we?
Are we talking about this box down here?
Never mind. I got it.
Okay. So I'm going to do that trick again where I'm going to square this just to see what happens. And that time it gave me 98.
Okay.
So because that's a nice number, I'm going to use that nice number. So now here's the thing. Is the number 98?
No.
What is it?
The root of 90.
It's the square root. X equals square root of 98. Now, I am okay with it being square root of 98 unless you can break 98 down. I can divide 98 by what?
16.
By 16? Okay, it gave me a decimal. 98 divided by 4 gave me a decimal.
98 by
2.
36.
2.
So here's the thing, if I divide by 2, I gotta be able to divide by what again?
2 again.
2 again, but look what just popped out.
Try divided by 7.
So it's 14.
So 98 divided by
7.
7, and then I get divided by 7 again.
So it's, the answer's 2.
7 radical 2.
So it's 7 radical 2, because this can be broken down to square root of 49, square root of 2, or 7 square root of 2. So this answer right here is 7 square root of 2.
7 radical 2?
Yeah, same thing. So this one right here is, this would be an example on the test where a lot of people would just stop here, and I'd go, what do I do? Do I give you full credit?
Yes.
No, I can't. Yeah, I can't give you full credit.
96%.
I might not take off a bunch, but you got to show me that other one's 7 square root of 2. So group quiz is the second sheet. Did you get it?
Yes.
I don't think it should be that hard. There is one question on there a couple questions on there I think that are going to make you really think. Okay. I debated whether I should just tell you how to do it or let you struggle through it. I like to let you struggle.
Yay.
It's good for your brain.
Which
What if I give you a Starburst?
Okay, I'll tell you that I think that the 16th question is challenging.
Here's that. And then
Okay.
Can you give us back our 10? Can you give us back our 10?
So here's the thing. Tomorrow.